Hey, let's do some mock talk. We're going to be breaking down Draft Network's latest mock draft. Oh. All right, welcome back to the Onebar and Lupagus show. I'm Onebar, and we're going to be doing these at least weekly, where we look at for some of the latest, best mock drafts out there. We're just going to bust them out. We're just going to go through pick by pick, hopefully see who the Vikings have, and it makes us very, very happy, but also getting some names on the board, preparing us for what might actually happen in April. Before we get into that, remember, subscribe to the channel, like the videos here every damn day, talking Vikings. So hit that sub. We're trying to get 10,000. We need you to hit that sub button to get there, so do it, and grab yourself an ice cold lift bridge. So we're doing Draft Networks. Keith Sanchez, he just put it out. Keith Sanchez. I've never looked at a Keith Sanchez mock draft before, but I love Draft Network. So something tells me he's going to have us getting somebody just beautiful. So let's do this. I know nothing. I haven't looked at a single pick. I don't know if he's got a ton of trades. I don't know if he has any trades. Anyways, comments, as always, let me know what you think in the comments for Keith Sanchez latest mock. Let's do this. One thing is very clear. All right, you can already see the Raiders are trading up. One thing is very clear is it doesn't really seem to matter the types of trades that we see early. It's always the same guys anyways going. It's the two quarterbacks, it's two defensive linemen. So it's always the same players. It's just a matter of who. And the Raiders are trading up. Got to have them. It's got to be Bryce Young. And it is Bryce Young. So Bryce Young going to the Raiders. All right. So the Bears getting some value here. So pick 2, Texans. Again, this has got to be a quarterback. It just has to be. DeMeco Ryans has already said he's going quarterback early. So CJ Stroud. Yep. All right, CJ Stroud, all making sense. Cardinals, Jalen Carter is obviously a hot name there, but Will Anderson still on the board as well. So they're going to be getting a great pick here. They go Jalen Carter, big man in the middle. Their defensive line obviously taking a hit in free agency and retirements. So sorry, everybody has to look at this. This is probably disgusting, looking like a horrible wrestler from about 1983. All right, Colts. Is it Will Levis? I mean, what are they going to do here? It is Will Levis. Will Levis. Me and Mr. Sanchez are on the same page. Pick number 5, Seattle Seahawks. Always going defense, always going pass rusher. And it is Will Anderson. They get a gift. Pick 5, Will Anderson. Well done, Seattle. Detroit Lions defensive line is pretty hot and heavy there too, but cornerback as well. They're going to Christian Gonzalez, so that makes sense. Detroit just having some great drafts the last couple of years. Bears trading down to 7. They miss out on their big defensive lineman, so it's going to be, yeah, I don't know. All right, Paris Johnson, gross. If I'm the Bears and I trade out a pick 1, they better have gotten themselves one hell of a haul, which I'm sure they did going back to 7, but Paris Johnson, that's yuck. That's yuck all day. I'm staying at pick 1. Paris Johnson's good, but oof. Falcons, Broderick Jones, offensive lineman going back-to-back here. Falcons definitely need an offensive lineman, so that makes sense. I don't know if Broderick Jones would really tickle my fancy. Panthers, Anthony Richardson is the pick in like every mock draft, so I fully expect that to be. No, Miles Murphy. Miles Murphy, the edge rusher. Get him. So Anthony Richardson, where will he go? Vikings fans getting so excited at the thought that he might be there at 23. I don't think that's happening. Eagles, luxury pick, man. These assholes are going to get a great player. And probably cornerback? Nope, they're going with the running back, Robinson. Wow. I don't know what to think of that. Titans, Skoronski, yes, they're going to be Taylor Lewan is definitely going to be Gonzo. He's going to be cap casualty, so offensive line makes sense there. Texans are going Quentin Johnston, getting the first receiver off the board. Johnson comes down to him and Addison. Obviously, they're two very different wide receivers, but it is a win-win for whoever they take. Jets, probably offensive line. Yep, DeJuan Jones, offensive tackle, Ohio State. A lot earlier than I've seen him going at 13. Vikings fans, we've seen Christian Gonzalez go, but that cornerback run has not happened yet, which is getting me excited. New England Patriots could go anywhere. Tyree Wilson at 14 is a gift. He is always mocked to top 10. Definitely Seattle, but Seattle got a gift with Will Anderson. So the Patriots get a hell of a value there. Green Bay Packers, tight end from Notre Dame is very common there, but they are going with the wide receiver, Jackson Smith and Jigba. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what his stock does after the combine. So Addison still on the board. Washington Commanders, they could definitely go wide receiver as well. Need some cornerback help too, so we might see a cornerback come off here. Devon Witherspoon, Gonzo, heart broken. No way in hell he's going to the Vikings anyways, but that hurts. Washington, Porter Jr. All right, cornerbacks, Gonzo. Steelers get their cornerback. Another team that could be looking at linebacker. Steelers could be looking at a lot of different things, but Joey Porter could get there. Lions, who did they take first? Detroit took Christian Gonzalez. So they got their cornerback. They could be looking at a pass rusher here as well. So we will see who they take. Brian Bresee, a guy that I definitely have on the Vikings radar. Good value there at 18. Detroit Lions continuing just to beef up that defense, which scares the crap out of me. Bucks could be looking at a linebacker here. Could we see the first linebacker? Yes. Lucas Van Ness, edge rusher. Gonzo, a guy that they can line up all over the place. Seattle Seahawks. Anthony Richardson. I didn't even mention it because I wanted it to be a big surprise if the Vikings got him. But Seattle Seahawks get the heir apparent to Geno freaking Smith. So Vikings on the board. This is not best case scenario. Still some good wide receivers there for sure. But the Dolphins, linebacker, pick. Oh, yeah, pick forfeit. All right, Chargers. Could be looking at an offensive line here. Could also be looking at one of those wide receivers. I think a wide receiver's coming off. No. Musgrave, tight end, they reach. That is an absolute reach. Absolute reach. And I love it. Thank you. Thank you, Chargers. I still don't forgive you for taking the big man offensive lineman a couple years ago, but we did end up with theirs. So this is a gift for us. It's got to be wide receiver. It's got to be Addison. Minnesota Vikings select. Oh, Zay Flowers. That Dolphin pick is screwing me up. It is screwing me up the fact they actually have him here at 21. So Zay Flowers gone. Baltimore. All right, here's the Vikings. Addison still on the board. Got to be. It's got to be. John Michael Schmitz. You can't argue the pick. You can argue the value at 24 center, but you can't argue the pick. Not sexy. Day one starter. Help shore up a big issue for the Vikings. Do I think they could have traded back a little bit and still got John Michael Schmitz? You're damn right they could. Was there probably maybe a better player available? Absolutely, but they say, screw it. We're taking him. We're not thinking twice. So Garrett Bradbury, done. John Michael Schmitz here. Vikings fans obviously will be more excited the fact that he is a gopher, and he's very good. He's very good. So little bit of a surprise there. Let's see what happens in this rest of round one. Cam Smith, who we pass up on, physical cornerback for the Jags. Giants get Blue Kelly, the cornerback Lupagus loves more than anything. Ringo, a guy that's definitely on the Vikings radar, goes to the Cowboys. Brian Branch, a sexy pick. He's going to be interesting to see where he goes. I think he could even be on the Vikings radar. Bengals, Gibbs get the running back. Derek Hall, edge. Auburn, Eagles get the interior defensive lineman. Anton Harrison to the Chiefs. Where is Addison? Did I miss him? Jordan Addison? I don't think I did. So somebody's getting a hell of a player in round two, but not overly crazy. There's definitely a few reaches, but pretty good mock draft. Anthony Richardson, if he does get past the Panthers, very curious to see who ends up taking him. And Seattle makes a ton of sense. But there you have it. Vikings, John Michael Schmitz, starting center. Welcome to the squad. I give this a C+. I love John Michael Schmitz, but I would like to trade back maybe just a wee bit and still get him. So let me know in the comments. That is a mock talk for this Tuesday. Mr. Sanchez from the Draft Network. Comments, hit that sub button and grab yourself a lift bridge.